Hey friend, it's Kit Kat. So I'm at work right now. See, this is, I feel like I live here sometimes. But I wanted to do a vlog because it's getting kind of sticky out right now. So I'm not going to want to do it later. But yeah, um, this week has been really awesome. Yesterday was kind of cool because one of the regular Karens who usually misgenders me came in with her husband um, yesterday and practically got owned. Um, Let me explain. So, the first time that this woman had ever seen me in the store, um, I was making a mad dash out of the men's bathroom with a plunger because I had to plunge the toilet. So, um, whereas other people would be like, oh, she's finally cleaning the bathrooms, this lady took it upon herself to put it in her pea brain that I was a dude. Um, every time that she comes in, I'm always referred to as sir or handsome or he this, he that, which, if you actually know me and you've been around me, I'm a she, her type person. I've always been identified as a woman. I'm keeping it that way. Um, and for the most part, she's been coming in solo, like nobody around her. Um, and it's all, she comes in every 2 to 3 days a week. So it's not like she doesn't know or I don't try to tell her that I'm a woman. Like, we have talks. The first time around, she's like, no. I, the first time, the first couple of times, I was like, ma'am, you do know that I'm a woman, right? Born and raised as a woman, have all original parts as a woman, so therefore I'm a woman. And her reaction was, she just looked at me, blinking, and she goes, are you sure? So every conversation is like that. Well, up until yesterday. Now, like I said, she comes in solo. Yesterday, she brought in, yesterday, it was no surprise that she came in, but the people around her, like she legit brought her husband in, which was really cool because I had never seen her husband before. Uh, and when she's not misgendering me, she's usually talking about her husband and all of that stuff. So I got to see him. Um, about that, I think he's more embarrassed about being with her now than anything else. She came up to me like normal, asking for a 6 inch whatever. I made it. I made it for her, but every time that she would call me sir or call me handsome, her it wasn't her that was making me laugh. It was her husband that was making me laugh. You know, it got to the point where he would stare at, like, he had this crazy look on his face, and he would cock his head to the right a little bit, and he's just looking at me like, yeah, he had that weird, strange look on his face, like he's trying to, like, something is not right. So I keep on making their sandwiches, and I'm not, at this point, I'm not even looking at her. She continues to call me sir, tell me that I'm a nice young man. Mind you, the rest of us have a vajayjay. Just saying. Um, because it was only me and my sister at that time working. And So, so to his surprise, he's like, at this point, he's looking at his wife, he's looking at me, he's looking at my sister, and every time that she would say the word sir, he would say, "Oh, thank you, ma'am," and it was, yeah, he actually got that I was a woman. So every now and then he would try to correct her. And at this point, she's convinced that I have balls. Totally convinced. At this point, it's not about me, anymore. It's about who was right about something. And I don't know how it came to be that way, but they, eventually it got to the point where they were like in competition. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. At one point I got confused. um, but you could tell that he was on my side and he was trying to correct his wife without embarrassing her. Needless to say, he had to embarrass her or else it would never end. So at this point, I wrap up their sandwich and I am putting him in the system, and she leans over, looks at her husband, and she goes, "Isn't he such a nice young man?" And out of nowhere, her husband looks at her, looks at me, looks at her, and he's like, "Peggy, you do know that this woman, that she is a woman, right?" And Peggy goes, "No, she's not." Now, mind you, they're bickering like I'm not even there. And he's like, "Yeah, she is. Look at the name tag. Her name is Kat, for crying out loud. I can see if you were, uh, you know, if you were, mistaken by the name, Corey or something like that, but she looks like a girl. She definitely sounds like a girl." And at this point, his wife looks at me, leans in the best that she can, and she gives me, like, she was staring at me for a hot minute, like a hot minute, to the point of it being odd. Yeah, it was just odd. So she looks at me, she pulls back, she looks at her husband, and she goes, "You mean to tell me that that I kept on referring to this poor woman as a guy?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she looked at me and she's like, "I am so sorry." She's like, "I need better glasses." I was like, "I think you need more than that, but okay." And yeah, to tell you the truth, I got a $2 tip from that, but it was just crazy. Yeah. So that was my whole day yesterday. Um, I worked this weekend except for Sunday, and then I realized, yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm hoping that somebody takes me out to eat. That's what I really want. I want to go out to eat. I want to relax, have fun, and get out of these clothes. Like, all I ever do is wear pajamas and these things. Like, don't get me wrong, I look good in my uniform, but I look good uh, in other clothes too. So, we'll see about that. Um, but anyway, I will see you in the next vlog. I have to go in here and open up. I was going to do the vlog inside, but it got too dark. It's just a little too dark in there until I open everything up. So yeah, I will I will see you later. I almost forgot what I was going to say. I got to get more. I have coffee in there, so I'm going to chug a whole bunch of coffee. But I hope everybody has an awesome day. It's Friday. Live a little, relax, you know, do stuff. And if you're drinking, can you drink one for me? Please? Thank you. So I will do, I will, I will see you around.